What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys. Quick video for you guys real today. I'm gonna set tonight because I'm usually do these videos at night, but today is Sunday morning, and this just popped into my head, and I was like, I gotta make this video. I don't care about the backlash. I know you're gonna be mad. You're probably already typing, but I need you to listen. I need you to calm down. Okay. Sony has already surpassed Nintendo. Wait. I can't even say that with a straight face. Just bear with me, okay? Just listen to me. I know you're mad right now. The Nintendo fans are probably mad. The PlayStation fans got a smile on their face, but they're trying to see what angle I'm taking. And I'm sure the Xbox fans are like, we know it, Doc is a flip-flopper. Listen, Sony has surpassed Nintendo in my household. And all I want to do is I want to know what has surpassed what in your household. That is it, okay? That is it. So this is what happened, just so you guys understand where this video is coming from. Yesterday, I was chilling with both my sons, and at night, just the boys, we went out to eat, okay? So we're sitting at IHOP. We wanted some eggs and some pancakes at night, right? I had my coffee and stuff. So we chilling, right? Everything is good. Man, we're talking about school, sports, and then, we can start talking about gaming. And I said to my son that's sitting across from me, my 16-year-old, I said, do you ever feel overwhelmed with the amount of games that we have available to play, right? So I know this for some people out there, people saying that gaming is dead, that there's not a lot of games and all this other stuff, whatever. I think there's so many games to play, to include old games and even newer games that are out right now, that there's just not enough time. And I said to him, I was like, do you ever feel overwhelmed trying to figure out what is it that you want to play next? I know that for me, the way I look at it is whatever game I choose to play, that's time that I'm taking away from another game that may be better, right? From another platform that might have a game that may be better, whatever the case may be, right? So I always sometimes question when I'm about to start a game. And then that's why I'm okay stopping a game if I'm dreading turning that game on. That's when I know it's over. Like I'm done with the game. So far, so good. There's only been one game that I started playing, and then I was like, nope, the game's not for me. And it's a great game apparently, but it's just not for me. And that's Kingdom Hearts, right? So it is what it is. I actually stopped playing Elden Ring too, but I had put like 20 something hours into Elden Ring. So, but anyways, back to the story. So I'm talking with my kids about this, right? And they said, yes, right? My 16-year-old says, yeah, I do feel like I don't know what is it that I want to play next. So I want to play a game on my PlayStation, or I want to play a game on Steam. Like, I don't know what it is that I'm going to play next. And sometimes it takes me a long time to figure out what I'm going to play. Now, my youngest son, Juju, that boy's like, no, I mostly run on Roblox. And if there's a game that comes out that it looks like I want to play it, I'll try it. So he actually tried Expedition 33. He said the story is really good, but the combat, he doesn't like the combat. So he stopped playing it. So that was, that's my youngest one, right? So, okay, cool. So maybe his brain, he's used to probably having an overload of choices because, he's younger. So he's like, he could differentiate, because even Roblox has a whole bunch of different games that you could play internally. Anyways, so back to me and my older son. So I said to him, I said, all right, so what if we made it easier for us and we just removed platforms and we only stuck to one platform? I said, what if we only stuck to one device, one platform, one device, one console, one PC, whatever? Let's stick with platform, right? So I asked them both, and I said, what would be the platform that you would stick with? Now, as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I've been trying to get my oldest son to transition more over to PC because it's just better overall. To me, it's just better overall. Yeah, it has its quirks. Yeah, you gotta troubleshoot sometimes and settings, whatever. But overall, the gaming experience is better. And he is gaming on his PC way more. The only time he turns on his PlayStation is to play Apex Legends. And if I can get him to play Apex Legends on his PC with a mouse and keyboard, a lot of people are telling me that that's the best way to play competitive first-person shooters. Oh man, I'll be willing to do that because I just know in the long run it's going to be better. But anyways, regardless, I asked him what would be the one platform that you could play on. For me, if I could only play on one platform, it would be PC. That's it. not only would it be PC, but if you wanted to even shrink it down even more, I would pick Steam over Game Pass on PC. Okay, just because I just like the way Steam works better and all that other stuff, right? But PC would be my platform. I thought he was gonna pick PC. I thought Juju was also gonna pick PC as well. Or I thought Juju was gonna pick Nintendo actually. I was wrong. The second pick that I thought my son was going to pick was going to be Nintendo. And I knew Juju was going to pick Nintendo. I was wrong. Both of them, without hesitation, said PlayStation. And like a disappointed dad, I just sat there, took a sip of my coffee, put it down. I said, why? Why? No, I'm kidding. I didn't need a reason. Right there at that moment, I learned everything I needed to know. Because there was no reason that either of them was going to be able to tell me that I wasn't going to be able to give a counter to. Not a single one. Not a single one. I wasn't going to be able to give a counter to as to why the PC was better, or even why it's better to go on Xbox, or even why the Nintendo would be better. No. And not only that, they doubled down and said the console, like if they only had one device to play on, like I said earlier, just one device to play on, the console would be fine. Because that's what the conversation then evolved into as well. Because for me, if I only had one device, just one device that I could play on, and I had to pick one device, it'd be real tough, but it'd be my gaming PC, like my desktop PC right now. But in a very close second, it would be my Asus ROG Ally. Because that thing is, I'm telling you, is magic. But for them, the PlayStation console was, if they could only game on one thing, they would be perfectly fine just game on a PlayStation console. And the reason I didn't argue with my kids is because I know that the majority of that decision is purely coming from an emotional state. It's coming from a feeling, from what they feel when they've turned on a PlayStation since they've been playing on the PS4 and the PS3. So it is what it is. What really surprised me though is that before they were both really big Nintendo gamers. Like I've said this before, we have 4 Switches in the house. We have a Nintendo Wii U that we actually liked. We're one of those people that actually thought the Wii U was good. We had 3 regular Wiis, one on like every TV when we lived in California. I mean, we have videos of us as a family playing Just Dance and all that stuff. So like, they have built memories on Nintendo. My son went ahead and I forgot what he traded, saved up money to buy an XL Nintendo 3DS just so he could go back and play like Pokemon Black and stuff. Even though he had it emulated. No, he didn't. He didn't have it on his phone. But he had anyways, I'm not editing that out. Forget you, Nintendo. Anyway, listen, America. He went ahead and bought a Nintendo 3DS, right? Just so he could play, was it Black? I think it was a Pokemon Black. It was like an older Pokemon or something that you could, I don't remember which one it was, but it was one that was on the 3DS. So I know that they have fond connections with Nintendo, but yet they picked Sony because that's probably where their most fond connection is. The other thing that I know that also is a huge factor to all of this is their friends. All of Juju's cousins and his friends are on PlayStation. All of my son's friends are on PlayStation. I have never once, not once, seen my son turn on the Xbox and talk to someone on the headset. Not once have I seen Juju turn on the Xbox and talk with someone on the headset. Not once have I seen them turn on their computer and talk with someone on the headset. So that's very important too. But that's emotional connections between human beings as they're playing together. That's tough to fight. That's tough to argue. So in that sense, Sony has surpassed Nintendo in my household. So just ask the question. I'm curious to see with your family, with your friends, and then with you. Like, if you could only play on one platform, what would it be? DocDog1985, there's levels to this. You see, this video wasn't that bad. If you stay to the end, you see that this video wasn't that bad. Some people are already commenting and hating and all this other stuff. This was a wholesome video, was it not? It's about family and friendship and talking and connection and all that other stuff, right? We out. Peace. Oh, my bad. I forgot. PlayStation 5 Pro is a scam. I'm kidding. I messed up the video. We out. Peace. I'm kidding.